Put on your flip-flops, winter hat, scuba gear, and hiking boots because we're about to explore 5 crazy, cool, epic, awesome, funny, weird, wild, unexpected, true facts about the most extreme places on Earth. Number 5. Earth can have some pretty extreme temperatures. Sure, most of us have endured the blistering heat of the summer and the bone-chilling cold of a winter night, but that's nothing compared to the hottest and coldest places on Earth. The hottest average yearly temperature for an inhabited place is in Dalol, Ethiopia. From 1960 to 1966, Dalol averaged 94 degrees Fahrenheit with daytime temperatures regularly over 100 degrees. Dalol is mostly uninhabited today, but in the 60s it was a mining settlement. The region is also home to volcanic activity, so the residents are battered by insane heat from all sides. The hottest day ever on record, though, was at Greenland Ranch in the aptly named Furnace Creek, California, in Death Valley. On July 10th, 1913, the temperature hit a blistering 134 degrees Fahrenheit, or 56.7 degrees Celsius. As of 2010, the population of Furnace Creek was only 24 people, probably because the town is literally too hot to handle. Not a fan of the heat? Well, maybe freezing cold is for you. The coldest average yearly temperature in an inhabited place is Eureka, Nunavut, Canada, where the temperature hovers around -3 degrees Fahrenheit or 19 degrees Celsius for most of the year. That's right, it's almost always below freezing. And the coldest temperature ever recorded in a single day? Well, that would be the Russian research station called Vostok Station in Antarctica. On July 21st, 1983, the temperature dipped down to an insane -128.6 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the same as -89.2 degrees Celsius. Whoa! Seems like those guys could use some hot cocoa, or maybe a tropical vacation. Number 4. The extremely rainy and extremely dry. Yoro, Colombia is considered the rainiest place on Earth, getting around 40 feet of rain every year. 40 feet of rain? Where does it all go? They must have some serious puddles in Colombia. Wait, no, don't jump in! When we think of Antarctica, we picture a snow-covered landscape. But it turns out that the dry valleys in Antarctica are actually the driest places on the planet. So dry, in fact, that the valleys get an average total rainfall of 0. That's right, they don't get enough rain to even measure. The valleys are dry because of high mountains that block ice from reaching them, making it the largest ice-free area in all of Antarctica. Intense winds can reach speeds of 200 miles per hour as they descend into the valley, evaporating all the moisture in the air along the way. The conditions are so extreme that it's actually considered the closest environment on Earth to the planet Mars. So much so that scientists study the ecosystem there to better understand the surface of the red planet. Now that's so extreme, it's out of this world. Number 3. Some seriously extreme drops. Mount Thor in Canada doesn't just have the coolest name ever, but it also has the greatest vertical drop anywhere on Earth. There's a 4,100-foot pure vertical drop from the cliff face on the side of the mountain. That means if you fell from the top, it would take about 22 seconds before you hit the ground. In other words, it's a long way down. And how about the deepest hole on the planet? I'm talking about the Kola Super Deep Borehole in Russia. In 1970, the Soviet Union started something of a bizarro space race when they began a project to drill as deep into the Earth as they could. From 1970 to 1994, they drilled through layers of rock reaching 7.5 miles deep. For context, the distance to the center of the Earth is about 3,950 miles, and the continental crust is just 22 miles thick. And they probably would have gone deeper, but temperatures in the hole got so high that even the drills designed to survive extreme heat would just melt. But the borehole is still the super deepest human-made hole on the planet. So deep, in fact, that a free fall down would take an entire 60 seconds. But I wouldn't worry about that happening because the hole is actually only 9 inches across. So nothing can ever fall down there. Whoa, no! My action figure! Oh, that was my big brother's. He's gonna be so mad. Number 2. The highest and lowest points on Earth. The lowest land point on Earth is the Dead Sea, located in Israel and Jordan. It's an insane 1,391 feet below sea level at the surface and over 2,300 feet in the deepest part. To put that in context, that means it's as far below sea level as the Empire State Building is tall. Oh, and it also just so happens to be the saltiest body of water on Earth, and 8 times saltier than our oceans, so no animals at all live in or near it. And on the flip side of things, you probably know that the highest point on Earth is the summit of Mount Everest. The massive mountain peak is over 29,000 feet above sea level, which is over 10 times taller than the tallest building in the world. And the highest elevation of a permanent city? Well, that honor goes to La Rinconada, Peru. It's a gold mining city at 16,000 feet in the Peruvian Andes that stays seriously cold all year round due to the alpine conditions. The city has no plumbing or sewage system and averages 34 degrees Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius annually with snowfalls. Which basically means that if you're in La Rinconada, it's one seriously chilly walk to the outhouse. And finally, our number 1 fact, the most remote places on the planet. Deception Island in Antarctica got its name after a small plane crash landed after misjudging the distance. The extremely remote island was used as a research base until 1967, when it was severely damaged by volcanic eruptions. Today, tourists can swim in volcanically heated waters or visit a colony of 20,000 penguins. It's gonna be 199,999 penguins after I go, because I'm taking one home. And the most remote place on land has actually been pinpointed by researchers. In 2009, experts created a map showing the most interconnected and remote places on Earth. Remoteness, in this case, is based on how long it would take to travel to the nearest city of 50,000 or more people by land or water. The most remote place on Earth? The Tibetan Plateau in Central Asia. From there, it's a 3-week trip to the cities of Lhasa or Korla, 1 day by car, and the remaining 20 on foot, which statistically makes this the most isolated place in the world. Which is where I'm heading the next time I get in trouble with my mom. And there they are, the 5 most extreme places on Earth. If you could visit one of the extreme places we talked about in this video, which would it be? Let us know by commenting below, and be sure to check out 5 facts about lost cities if you want to keep exploring the Earth. And as always, be sure to subscribe to DreamWorks TV for new videos every day and new 5 facts every Tuesday. I'm your host, and I think I got a sunburn and a cold just from hosting this video. Oh, I got boogers on my sunburn. Oh, I'm gonna go lie down now.